thing about the study only confirms what many of us already knew.
That's right.
We already knew it here in Washington, D.C., just like it's known what is going on in New York, just like when I was fighting stop and frisk in Boston in the 1980s. The paradigm is always the same, and that is that you shake up, you destabilize, and you stereotype communities of color so that you can more easily remove communities of color whenever you need to remove them for whatever your economic designs are. It is no coincidence that as gentrification takes place more and more in Washington, you're going to see a police department that is going to act more and more rogue in terms of removing people of color and destabilizing people physically as well as psychologically and spiritually. Because you cannot deny, when you're picked on by law enforcement, when you're picked on by those who carry a badge and gun, when you're arbitrarily stopped in an automobile or searched on the street, or somebody pulls you over and goes through your pockets because they can, that has a very, very emotional impact upon you. And not only that, but it tells you over and over again that you have no place in this society, that you have no place in this culture, that you're always going to be run and pushed around and bruised and brutalized. What you see going on in the statistics right now was exactly what was happening in the Bantustans of South Africa. I want you to begin to understand that even though we may be in Washington, D.C., we're in a Bantustan called Washington, D.C. And even though there may be police who look fairly respectable, they are doing the job that they've done all around the world. And we need to, yes, have a discussion about this, but we also need to come to some agreement in terms of what is legal and what is illegal in terms of a police department and its powers. And we need to come to some kind of progressive policy that allows people to live with dignity and maintain their self-respect and their autonomy. Sisters and brothers, I'm glad for the study, but we understand that we have had a struggle before us. We got a struggle before us right now. We have a struggle before us tomorrow. Let us never, ever give up in the struggle. Let us push on until justice is won, until a just paradigm is created, and people can truly live in peace, dignity, and self-determination. God bless you.
Woo! Thank you, Reverend Hagler. Next, I'd like to introduce Andy Shalal. Andy Shalal